Nailed it. Almost nearly perfect transition. What up, Xlanders? It is me. Thank me later here on a. Honestly, it's kind of rainy. It's been kind of rainy and stormy here. Hopefully, I'll get out and get a walk. Not got the Peloton. Um, it is what day? It's April 26th, 2023. Uh, yes. GS Tunchi in the house. My girl More Cheese. What up? Is that supposed to be stinky cheese? I'm not gonna even. Robzilla, what up, girl? Wedge Cloud in the house. Sheriff Shack represent. We are God. We are welcome, welcome. So today, well, actually, I'm going to start with talking about UPX World Express. If you don't know, it launched Monday officially. UPXWorld.shop. I need to go update all my socials to be able to have this. Somebody remind me. I gotta go put this link on all our socials. But take a look at this. Here we go. And actually, I just got some new logos and branding, and I have a couple people that have reached out that are Shopify experts that are going to help us out. Honestly, I think considering the people that all of us are kind of doing this for the first time, learning the process together, I think it's going pretty well. Here it is, UPX World Express. Express yourself. I think that's going to be our tagline, express yourself. We have custom made items from various artists and brands around this Web3 community. I am so honored that many of you have opted to let us represent and even create some of these pieces for this. I think it is fantastic. We can see here, there's a couple things. First, I'll show off our limited edition. Get it now, Genesis Week 2023. Here it is. This is a special edition. This is made by the one and only Sheriff Shack. Sorry, I got distracted. I got distracted by Madonna. Express yourself made me think of Madonna. Madonna makes me think of pointy bras. I got completely mentally squirreled. So, that's what happened there. So don't miss out. Genesis Week. This will be on sale till June. Let's see what we got up next. UPX World. We have some UPX World swag that has been made. I like the swim trunks were made those yesterday. I ordered these. So these are the first ones that are ordered. These are the limited edition Express Yourself kicks with the body of these are, and I should go get some more images of this. The actual outside is two pieces from our one and only Robzilla. The tongue of it is actually pieces by Shaq. And then there's some custom branding that says express yourself. So I have ordered these myself to try these out to see what they look like. We'll do, as soon as they come, it'll be a big unboxing video. I'm really excited. If you order anything and you do an unboxing video or anything like that, please tag us and we will be sure to share and promote that as well. So yeah, I'm pretty excited. I mean, again, I think we're gonna make some things if we have time at the end of the stream. So there was a great and I wouldn't say Zoe. Oh, I feel bad now because it was either Zoe or Zilla, and I don't remember which of Positive Vibe Tribe, PVT, the Positive Vibe Tribe. I want to make some PBT greeting cards and just like some like happy greeting cards. So at the end of this episode, okay, it was Zilla. Okay, all right, Zilla. All right. PBT, positive vibe tribe. I absolutely love it. I want to make some like positive greeting cards and put them up at the shop. So if we have time at the end of the episode, I might just do that. Well, I mean, everybody's a part of it. Absolutely. Zoe, you are more than welcome. Honestly, all of the wonderful women of Web3, which we have so many here. Like, to me, this is quintessential. Like, when we talk about creating, like, not just like the cliche safe space, like, I'm not trying to belittle the need to have a place of dialogue and people feeling good and comfortable and just a positive atmosphere. Like, I look at the people that continually return, and to me, it's some of the most positive and uplifting people in this community I consistently see showing back up here. And a lot of the other toxic people, no offense, and I'm not going to ever call any names on that, they don't seem to want to tend towards this stream, which is completely okay with me, because I love the vibe that you all bring to this and the positivity you bring each and every day. Love it. All right, let's go see what else we got. Yeah, you're such a ladies' man. I don't know about that. Can I quote you on that for my Tinder profile? Yeah. Okay. So pure Rolex. Okay. Time out. Break. Serious. I have not heard from him or Ditsy Dits. Please, please, if anybody in the community has heard from Pure Rolex or Ditsy Dits in the last, I don't even know, 2 weeks, please let us know. Like, I've reached out. I have not heard anything. I am honestly a little concerned. I have no idea. I know they were over in Romania and things are kind of crazy there. I don't know if they've moved. I don't know if maybe they just are disconnected. Maybe they went on vacation and just, didn't tell anybody. I don't know. But in all seriousness, if anybody has heard from Pure Rolex or Ditsy Dits on any form of social media, please let us know, and at very least convey, that we care about them and that we hope everything's okay, sincerely, because Pure Rolex never missed an episode, and he hasn't been on in a long time, and no one's heard from him. So, yeah. All right. Sorry, but that is an important call out. So next up we have 1111. So if you don't know about 1111, 1111 NFT.gallery is a competitive art competition, Web3 based, where artists create a piece of work every month, and it is sold or auctioned off. They are able to then use those pieces here to create different merch. And the idea being very similar to how the UPX World game is going to work, then you will be able to, if you own the piece, you will be entitled to receive revenue from it. And if you are the artist of the piece, you are entitled to receive revenue from it. So this is part of the larger decentralization of revenue streams process, and also disruption to another major industry, right? Now, I don't think that we're going to disrupt the retail industry like I'm planning on disrupting the gaming industry. But that being said, these are really cool designs. These are really cool patterns. I can see some of you artists getting a fashion line and being able to take this concept of shared revenue into your fashion lines and be able to sell NFTs of the items themselves, even potentially, and then do a revenue stream. All possibilities are very open. I would rather see this stuff advertised on my Facebook than the nonsense that's advertised there now. So definitely take a look at all of this really cool stuff. Also, I'm going to just throw this out there because I feel like if I say it out loud, it's more likely to happen because people will bring it up later. I I don't know what you guys think about, but what if down the line, there was like, you know how when you go to Amazon back in the day when you would buy books from Amazon, you would have like the hardback, the softback, and then you'd have like the digital copy. What if there was like a digital copy of maybe not all of them? Because like I don't know if why we would have a digital copy of say this AirPods case, but what if we had digital copies of all of the other items that when you bought it, you could either like pay like a very small upcharge when you bought the physical item and then you get the digital one, or even just buying the digital items in a shop like this. Now, this does not take over the originator, which is the in-game app item creation, but I think having an element where you have a physical merch store that does a digital twin is actually kind of how I would phrase that, a digital twin of these items that you could wear in game. Uh, I would love to see that. I think personally, I think that would be super cool to then be able to redeem, you know, your shirts and your shoes and your bags and your shorts for the exact item in game. And really, from a technology perspective, there's no reason we can't do that, which is super, super cool. So anyway, I'll just throw that out there. Yeah. So here we have, oh, did I not add? Hold on. Did I not add you? So here, this is navigation, add menu item. I'm showing you a little bit of how it works behind the scenes. So we create these collections. Here's a list of all the collections. And so for instance, I just made one for NFT architect and I'm going to add that. And then I'm going to put that under community artist. There we go. And these are, I'm just doing them alphabetically, I think is how that defaults it to. All right, so now we save that. And then look at this, watch. Now we can come here, refresh, community artist, boom, right there. And I want, oh, okay. Well, that, because I don't think he tagged his items, because if I do this, might have to go and update. So here we have a couple items from NFT Architect. So he just added these, a set of pins. You can get them in 1 1/4 inch or 2 1/4 inch. Really cool, highlighting various NFTs, 1111 NFTs. This is super dope. Check this out. It's a 520 piece puzzle. Warning, choking hazard. Honestly, this warning, like on a fun puzzle, would be kind of like, oh, that's silly. Like if this was a picture of ice cream, well, actually, ice cream would still be funny. If it was like a picture of, I don't know, something not funny, like hot air balloons. I don't know. But this on this feels kind of funny, like warning. You're like, yeah, warning. You might summon the devil if you complete this puzzle. Really cool though. So we got that. Oh, you can get it in 2 different sizes, 520 or 250. Nice. And then we have our very own Robzilla. You know her with her fantastic oil art. Also, solid. Oh, that's true. I didn't even think of that. Hey, Dr. Nobi's in the house. Welcome, brother. So fantastic oils, oil art, and then also some of her guild pieces, which are these other hyper stylized. And I'm a mess mug. I love this mug. You know what? I need to buy this mug. I'm going to add that to my list. I feel like I need to buy this mug. This is, I really like this piece. Oh, 15 ounce? How much more is it? 15, $13, $11? Do I go for the bigger one? I think I just go for the smaller one. I can fit more. All right. Oh, don't forget to follow the shop. Sure. All right. Well, there you go. Make sure you follow the shop. Next up on the community artist, Sheriff Shack. Here we have the Shack Attack tote bag. Very, very sleek. And several of Shack's 1111 pieces. Hey, Devin. What's up, Devin? He's holding it proudly indeed. I like, man, these tote bags are just insane to me. Ooh, this is a fun skirt. I think we were looking at this skirt the other day. I like that. Like, that's a cool design. Oh, and then, yeah, I think I'm working on image resizing. That's fair. And we will, I mean, things will continue to evolve. But yes, Zoe Wedge Cloud coming soon. As soon as we have some pieces from the one and only Zoe Wedge Cloud, we will see those there. Let's see here. Oh, Creedmoor is making some stuff. We have Hyde Park Ninja that's going to be making some stuff. So if you are an XNet node member, be sure to connect with us so we can start making some products and getting you here. All of the proceeds from the XNet will go towards layer 2 creation for these communities and running different competitions, things like that. So definitely want to use this to support your favorite nodes. On that same line, here you go. If you want to support the UPX podcast, the Upland Property Experts podcast that I do with Too Stupid to Win every Thursday. Here you go. Do not buy these yoga pants. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're terrible. But there you go. Hit me up. PDR needs something. Dude, we'll get PDR decked out for sure. So there you go. And then full catalog. Then you can come here and just check the full catalog. All right. So that's going to do that. Why can't... Oh, you can. You just shouldn't because they're terrible. Like, honestly, like, you've been warned. You can buy them. They are technically for sale. However, it's like buy at your own risk kind of thing. Like, I cannot be responsible for what happens to you if you wear those yoga pants and anybody sees you in them. That's all I'm saying. Oh no, I'm saying they're too sexy. Let me be clear. Maybe I wasn't clear why you can't buy them. Because if you were to wear them, your sexy level would just, you would get mobbed. Do you remember the old Axe body spray commercials? This is the Axe body spray of yoga pants. So you've been warned. I cannot be held responsible. There you go. All right. Let's talk Web3 news. Now, it's hard to talk Web3 news without talking about AI at this point. They are really different technologies. We need yoga pants for Vegas. A little is okay. Too much will knock you out. Yeah, for sure. We've seen a lot in the past several months of Web3 experts converting to AI experts, chasing that technology trend. And it's fair. I think a lot of focus, rightfully so, has been put on AI as of late, especially with the introduction of ChatGPT 4 that came out earlier this month. The AI revolution is definitively upon us. If we look back at something that really hit home with our communities last year, at the beginning of last year, was digitally generated art from AI. AI art really hit the scene. And we saw NFT projects using it to very quickly create some interesting NFTs. And most of those honestly were just rug pulls, or just never really took off. There were some interesting concepts that used kind of like the word creation and stuff like that. Um, an upland yoga pants count. What is happening? What is happening to the chat right now? Oh my goodness. So the AI there, and if we look at the quality of what was created by that AI a year ago, right? Think about the hands, like just like the small things. And then, hold on, stop my webcam. Yeah, close enough. I don't know why my computer is so bad anymore. So if you look at the original AI art a year ago and then where it is today, it's night and day difference. We are seeing a lot of art being taken to the next level. All of those bugs are worked out from mostly from the first evolutions of it. And oh my gosh, my video is so off. I'm taking off. I'm gonna just take off the screen because it's distracting me. Hey, Top Golfer, what up? What up? Okay, so we saw the spread of AI in the art world and how that impacted Web3. I don't think it's significantly different because with the new AI, we're seeing it built in to large models. Microsoft is going big on it, especially against OpenAI. It's integrated now with Bing. It's integrated in with yeah, I know who Top Golfer is. Top Golfer's my boy. He was sliding into my DMs earlier. I know. It's all good. And Microsoft is integrating it in with their 365 products, Google's Bard. So we're seeing these LLMs, which is the large language model. It's actually fascinating. There's a lot of good interviews out there on YouTube. If you're interested in this, I highly recommend taking a look. Look for the ones that are actually by the OpenAI CEOs and things, because it's going to give you a much better idea. There's also a bunch of comparisons on ChatGPT 4 versus ChatGPT 3.5. And really what you need to know there is that ChatGPT 4 is just incredibly better than ChatGPT 3.5. And that's scary because it's a lot of little things that get improved, but it's iterative. Now, this particular story here, Auto GPT, which essentially uses ChatGPT as an orchestration engine to allow one ChatGPT. Let me turn off my webcam. This is not working at all. So ChatGPT essentially can iterate on itself. This Auto GPT, which is built on top of it, can manage multiple ChatGPT sessions. It can start to learn. Now, they do a pretty good job here of strong versus weak AI. Those are kind of interesting terms. What you really want to know is, like, everybody's worried about AGI, which is a general intelligence. And honestly, there was a really scary, in my mind, tweet from Elon Musk earlier this week that just said checkmate. And I speculated on one of my accounts. I said, I feel like he is confirming AGI. I think that his team, or he has found something that is close enough to AGI that he feels like he should say that. that's me personally. I don't know what else it could have been. How is ChatGPT going to be used for Web3? Now, that's the kind of the fun question we get to ask ourselves, right? So great, we have this really powerful tool. Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know. Honestly, I just saw, all I saw was that tweet. I didn't bother to read anything else. I didn't bother to look at any other context. So if that's what it was, well, then that's kind of disappointing because two dudes fighting on the internet is not really, I mean, what I Google on the weekends is not really the point of this conversation, but I was really hoping for some AGI. Anyway, I'm not sure where that went there. With ChatGPT, things like automating and helping game creation. So we actually use this on the dev team. I know Devil's Dev has used ChatGPT to help resolve some issues and crack some codes. I've helped use it to even render things in Unity and do some other processing stuff. So being able to code significantly faster is a big time one. Story generation, ad generation, the usage for an intelligence like this as an assistant are really almost limitless. I know UPX World recently started using ChatGPT to write summaries for its episodes and actually saw a fairly significant increase in that. Well, we don't know, but it seemed very coincidental. Started using the ChatGPT summary, which optimized SEO words and things like that, and actually saw a reasonable uptick in viewership. So there's definitely something there. It understands the algorithms way better than we do, and so it's able to make compelling print and for different purposes. So that's really cool. Next up, we have China is unsurprisingly is all about work in their metaverse. I can kind of see that. I mean, I'm curious how that would really work. There's an article that we'll get to later about security. So I don't know how this particular metaverse is really like, I don't want my medical information on a blockchain. Like, I don't want 10 billion people to have a copy. That would not be a reasonable number. I don't want 10 million people to have copies of my information on that. But it's interesting. I think we can probably sit back and see how it works out for China on what they're doing and see if it actually makes sense. I think between China and Japan, they've always, in my mind, kind of been like tech leaders. I mean, I know the United States obviously is an invention behemoth, especially insurance companies, right? Like, this is the problem with any new technology, right? It can either be, depending on whose hands it's in, it can be a force of good or a force of evil. And it does scare me that these traditional Web2 companies are going to find ways to either exploit this technology for their benefit or outright try to destroy it because it does threaten their standard business operating model. Speaking of destroying operating models, Twitter alternatives, which I didn't really think about because honestly, I mean, Twitter's okay-ish. I'm not active enough to know how bad Elon Musk's ownership is affecting the platform. I can still tweet. I can still do the live streams. So I'm not really sure. Like, I know that probably investors are like losing their mind because he tweets random nonsense, apparently about beef with Andrew Tate. I don't know. That I don't have time to do any of that. But some of the Twitter and who was it? It's Twitter and Google veteran started this new T2, which I feel like is very on the nose, right? Like Twitter alternative. We're just going to call it T2, like Terminator 2, but also Twitter 2, also WTF. Like that just seems like an absolute slap in the face. Backed by Jack Dorsey himself. So very interesting. Twitter 2 Judgment Day. Perfect. That's a perfect mashup. Well done. Did you have ChatGPT write you that joke? No. So it's going to be interesting. If anybody has access or knows anybody, oh, you know what? That's going to be such a hard flex later. Like people that can actually come up with it without AI, that's going to be such a big flex. If anybody has access to this, if anybody is on the inside, has an invite to T2, knows somebody, I'd be very interested in checking out or just like hearing about it. So let us know. I would be I don't know how, I don't know what people want it to be, right? Like verification, okay. Like maybe is that really, I mean, I guess that's a big thing. Verification could be interesting. But outside of that, I don't really know. I personally don't feel like I'm missing anything from Twitter. So let's see here. What we're reading here. Oh, so this is one thing that is kind of, I mean, it's always been prevalent, right? Anytime you're going to release a technology, you're going to get hackers, you're going to get people that are looking for weaknesses and exploits and trying to get around the system and jailbreak the AI, which is fascinating and I think has a lot of applications when you're building a game or really any new tech, is that this is going to happen. You read articles on wine and cheese. Oh, we just started doing this a couple weeks ago for Web3 Wednesday. I like your ooh, thank you, Cheese. I like your voice. You're fun. You have a fun, peppy voice. Your voice always makes me smile, and your laugh, oh, your laugh is contagious as hell. Like if we were in Vegas, like I could hear you laugh like halfway across the casino. Like I just be like, that's Cheese, and she's probably just crushing it at craps. There you go. No. The cheese laugh. Yeah. No, for sure. Yeah. You and I both, eh? I always tell people I was taught to whisper on a helicopter. And I think that fairly accurate describes my inability to talk softly. Um, so this is this developer exploited this API flaw. So ChatGPT 4, you can have APIs, which is on the list of integrations for UPX World data mines to link the data sets to ChatGPT to be able to query real-time language like, hey, ChatGPT, what is the best property to buy right now? And it can evaluate everything that's on sale, markups, percentages, sales history, visitor fees, all kinds of stuff that just would be nearly impossible for a human to do in real time. But it costs money, right? So it costs to do the prompts and you have to buy these tokens and do this whole process. Now, what's interesting though is that this particular, for lack of a better term, hacker engineering, reverse engineered. And so what they were doing is allowing people to tap into these other APIs. So other sites that were using it and essentially piggyback off of their queries. So here you go, like u.com, Right Sonic, or Quora's Poe. So I don't know. I mean, you don't want that obviously running rampant, but these are the kind of things I feel like OpenAPI is doing a great job of releasing these as quick as possible. OpenAI is doing a great job of releasing their APIs in conjunction with as quick and as reasonable as possible. But there's always going to be these security holes. This is an interesting article. I think this was breaking down. What was it that I came here for? I don't remember now. Oh, but it did say this. Wait, where's our Web 2? I'm saying we've been saying this for a while. I'm really glad that this is like kind of being standardized, because this is absolutely how I would ChatGPT. It's like a build number. So ChatGPT 3, it's just a version number to say like version 1, 2, 3. ChatGPT 3 was like the one that was the fastest growing application of all times. ChatGPT 4, which was again like the next evolution. And there's things that it talks about, like the base learning capacity and number of processes and things that it can do. It's essentially like a major leap forward. There's a bunch of great articles on like the differences between 3 and 4, and it is quite astonishing. And pretty much everyone agrees, if there's another leap forward from 4 to 5 at the same magnitude as from 3 to 4, that we will have generalized intelligence, and it will be far superior to human knowledge and will be taking over the world, which is why people like Elon Musk are like, we should put a pause for 6 months. Like that's how, like 6 months is not a long time, but he is afraid literally in the next 6 months that that's going to happen, and it's going to potentially be catastrophic for humankind. So anyway, to link to all the in a customer chat on a website, then a visitor could ask anything about a project, including stats. Oh, that would be super fun for sure. So here we got Web 1 is read data. So again, this is like when you would go online and just like read, online forums, posts, I guess like news, things like that. Read, write. This is, where we are now. This is the age of social media. This is Twitter, Facebook, Amazon reviews, things like that. Now you can read information, you can write information and share it in a public setting. And then Web 3, which is where we all want to be. Read, write, own. And this own component is what scares the Web 2 base so much, because right now people are getting paid to write, right? So like this is where I think Web 2 giants are kind of like, I don't want to say like misleading or misguiding the public, but they want to point to the fact that people are getting paid to write and saying, hey, look, our process works. Web 2 has shared revenue. Look, you can make a bunch of money being an influencer on our platform, which is technically true for a small amount of people that do that. However, those people don't own anything. If they want to keep earning, they have to keep writing. They can't just like be a really good influencer or a really good artist, make some artistic posts, and then walk away and have ongoing revenue, because the Web 2 companies are going to cut it off and take the lion's share of that revenue. With Web 3 and ownership of that, we have the opportunity to re-baseline. We have an opportunity to re-baseline kind of the whole economic scale of digital commerce, digital art, digital ownership of all kinds, by empowering the community to actually own this, to be able to have ongoing revenue. For instance, I'll jump back over here. If, Zilla stopped, making art, which would be sad for everybody, this would live on forever in theory. Like as long as this is up, people can come here and buy, and Zilla could go retire. She makes a big enough portfolio and we get a strong enough e-commerce maybe she retires and just lives off of the passive revenue generated by her in-game and merch store purchases. Like that is a legacy that then can also be passed down to kids, because you would potentially give them the NFTs. This is a completely different business model and revenue distribution system that is going to be very disruptive, I think, to how things operate. So yes, true deception, very scary to incumbents. Yes. And here's the thing is, like, I do think some of the Web2 players are trying to slowly convert or like do an owner light. But the reality is that it's much like the conversion, and this is going to get super techie, but when we used to talk client server on-prem tech in the conversion to cloud tech, if you were an old on-prem technology that required, big servers and all this processing data, a lot of them tried to convert to cloud, but they got absolutely stomped by the applications that were built cloud first. Another good example is things that are not apps that are, say, locked to a PC and aren't mobile. A lot of those games and things like that have tried to convert, but the games that have started with a mobile first premise are doing significantly better because they were built on the technology of the next wave. Honestly, again, one of the reasons I'm so bullish on Upland is because they were built on a mobile first strategy, which is critical for mass market adoption. This is no different. If you want to be a true Web3 company, you have to start as a Web3 company. I think being a Web2 company and converting to try and be a Web3 company is going to be nearly impossible, because if you really wanted to achieve this, you would have to significantly reduce the amount of revenue you were bringing in. You would have to radically change your organization structure and the mindset of your investors and your customers. And I think that is too big of a change for these giants to get on board with, which is why they are going to fill the space with FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, and distract us from being able to have true ownership. So keep your eyes open. Don't be fooled by the Web 2. Oh, I think this was the layer diagram. This was interesting. This is super nerdy tech stuff. This is the open system interconnection, the OSI model, which is like the 7 layer. Anyway, I'm not going to go into this. If you really want, you can ping me if you really want to know that kind of stuff. Yeah. So one thing that we're talking about pretty consistently here. Wait, where's the security thing? Hold on. Where did I miss? Oh, we were talking. This was all in the security thing. So this was actually really interesting. There was some security, like a lot of these that are being stood up. Again, this is tech that's moving very fast. However, there are several occasions of things getting hacked, things not being encrypted, vulnerabilities. These are major concerns that as a Web3 company, we have to take very, very seriously. UPX World plans to be able to connect your Ethereum wallets, your Wax wallets, your Upland EOS wallets, and any other wallets that come about. We have to ensure that we are good stewards of that and make sure that there's no vulnerabilities on our side, that there's no vulnerabilities in any of the APIs that we're calling. So this is definitely a massive piece of work and considerations for anybody who's working in this space. And UPX World is absolutely no exception to that. We certainly don't want people getting hacked. One of the nice things I will say about the core concept of our platform, and so this here, protocol bridge, oh, that's why I had the OSI model up. So one of the things we've seen pretty consistently, yes, mobile capable, is these bridges, right? So right now there's a bunch of these blockchains, and each blockchain has its own protocols and assets. And Upland, say for instance, you can't sell those assets on OpenSea because OpenSea's Ethereum based and it has, wallets and stuff. And those wallets aren't the same as Upland's wallets, which are private, and that's a whole different issue. But Upland's looking to make a bridge to say, hey, you can take your Upland assets, move them to your Ethereum wallet, etc. Now, here's the problem with that there's so many vulnerabilities from a technical perspective. Like I can tell you right now, almost definitively, that I will be doing very little of that. I don't want to say none because I think I will try it, but almost certainly the amount will be negligible if it's at all. Because to me, these bridges are makeshift at best. I think they're incredibly ripe for malevolent acts and are very, very risky to move your assets this way. In addition to that, to me, you lose as soon as you put it on one of these bridges. You lose the history. One of my favorite things about the blockchain is I can go see the trading history of every single property. Like, was this property passed around? Like, if you look at, say, the painted ladies, we jokingly, there's one set of painting ladies that have been passed around when collection swapping was a thing. Now, that doesn't make any actual difference to its value necessarily, but we can track that. We can see exactly who owned it, who was exploiting that. If this then goes to Ethereum, we lose all of that. Like, we would then have to track a different model. We'd have to coalesce that data to get an entire picture of that NFT's life cycle. That's a lot of work. So I bring that up because the architecture that we're working with UPX World is not using bridges at all. We are going to operate more like an old school phone switch operator, right? So we are going to connect people's conversations and trades and interactions between the chains by using things like escrow accounts. So with an escrow account, your NFT never leaves the chain. And so from a security perspective, that is, first of all, a great first level of like, we're not ever taking the asset off of the chain. We're going to use certified escrow processes, which have been tried and true. And so hopefully those are vetted and have minimal or low security risk. And then we can act as a broker between the chains and bring people together to be able to do cross-chain transactions without ever having to have assets leave the chain that they are on. I think that this is a key architectural difference from how we are planning on working with multiple blockchains and how a lot of other people are planning on working with multiple blockchains. Okay, so that's that. Last, we have the reinforced learning with human feedback. So this is absolute. I feel like I say absolutely fascinating way too many times. I need alternatives to that. This is a great article. So one of the key components of the AI revolution is the human feedback. So getting feedback from these specialists are one of the biggest differentiators in these large language models and why they've taken such huge leaps where they have. These are also what generate kind of these biases as well. So the people who are training it, the idea is we're trying to minimize biases and things like that in the AI's response and have it act very human-like. However, humans are inherently biased. Humans are inherently have their own point of views on things that not everybody's going to agree on. So how do you remain completely agnostic as a technology? And if you go and you listen to some of these people talk about it, it is actually really, I don't know. There's a lot to consider. I'll be honest, I'm not a professor of ethics, so I don't even feel really qualified to talk about the implications of having these large language models be modeled off of human data sets, which are in all these troves of the internet and our communications. So to me, this is where community is really important, because I think the AI will be. Oh, did they come out with? I don't know. Did Meta? I mean, I know Meta is working on AI, so that would not surprise me in the slightest. Um, but I do think that we're going to see a battle of these AIs, and then I think we're going to see specialized AIs, AIs that can be configured to an individual community's preferences and potentially their own biases in a way. And so it's going to be very important. Like if we were going to build an UPX World, AI bot, we would want to instill it with the core values that we have. It's literally called Llama. That's awesome. That we would want to instill it with our core values ourselves, and do that is why we got super dark here. Let's see. Brightness. Where's my? Nope. There we go. All right. So that brings me to all right. I wanted to do this. I want to make at least one. Oh man, hold on. We do NFT. Oh, here. Looks like a wanted poster. Could be worse. Oh, let's do this. Architect making some yoga pants. Oh, what? Wait, is this just a normal bandana, but you put it on a puppy? I want to see this. That's a really cute picture. Check out these. Oh, so wait, these are the sneakers. Download mockups. Choose mockups. Wait, I want to see the mockups. Can I not see them here? Ugh, never mind. All right. So if you are an artist, if you want to make cool stuff with Printful, reach out. Oh, no. That's not bad. Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. Sorry. Somebody edit that, please. I don't know how to edit. I apologize. That was completely on me. Note. When was that? 58 minutes in. I got to go edit that out. All right. Note to self, watch where I click. All right. Here we go. This is our shop. This is behind the scenes. So some of these are obviously not up yet. Let's go and create a new one. And I want to do. Oh, what? There's Halloween? Wait a second. What? Creedmoor. Wait, how is this Halloween? What about any of this is Halloween? That's not a Halloween thing. Let's see here. Where I wanted cards, puzzles, accessories, bags, pins, patches. I thought there was cards here. Hold on. Let's see. Card. Home and living. Oh, there we go. All right, cool. So let's design a card. No. Let's see. I put a bunch of random stuff in here. I'm trying to think of which. Oh, Shaq, did Shaq load any of my art yet? My art's terrible, but we'll do. All right, let's see. I'm gonna use this one because I own it. And Shaq's okay. So let's see. Vertical. I think I want to do vertical. I'm probably not going to actually print this, but let's see. Let's make a thing. So let's do this. Oh, you know what I can do? Hold on. Design, choose file. I like mixing and matching, fam. Oh, not. Oh yeah, we got to get. Let's see here. Which would go good with? Oh, I'm a mess. That's probably a good one too. Let's do Stargazer. I want to do it as a background. So then if we do this, I think we probably need more contrast. Okay. Delete that. Maybe this one. Let's try this one. Yeah, it's not exactly, but for the purposes of this, let's do this. I just want to do some text. I think they increased the price. I tried to make a shirt with art in front and back. Oh yeah. Yeah. Yeah, well, we'll figure that out for sure. I mean, I just tag both artists. So like the shoes, when you search for Robzilla, so like when you go to Robzilla has the shoes, and then Shacklin has the shoes, because they're both the art is used on it. And then there, so all the tags, the tags of the actual pieces say what artists are on it. So we're gonna do this, and then we will say, I'm just gonna say, you are seen. I don't like this text coloring at all, but that's fine. For the purposes of this, it'll work. Well, it's gonna bother me. How about, can we do? See this? I could get into this all day. Do this. Do this. All right, so now we can get bigger. Let me do this one. Ooh, it'd be ironic if you couldn't read it. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna do this. You are seen. There we go. Do back. Choose a file. We will drop an 1111. Wow. Huge. Put a security camera. It's a positive message. There's that. Choose a file. logos. I'll put there we go. And then we can just just what be like UPX World Inc. 2023 hashtag positive vibe tribe. Okay. Well, I don't know why you printed it so huge. I obviously don't want it that big. Where's there? Something like that. Anyway, that gives you an idea. What is wrong with you? Do that. Continue. Design for each product size is okay. Got it. Oh, fine. I don't. That's fine. Greeting card. You are seen. Card. A product template. And so there we go. There you have it. That looks correct. That is how it would work. And then the way you could do it is you can add to store. When you do this, you can select the sizes. We proceed to the mockups, which is pretty cool. This gets super detailed, like this. Proceed to details. Why isn't it? That's weird. Anyway, and then that's where you can select all the things. Anyway, we're not going to publish it because I don't love that design yet. So I'm going to tinker with it. But there you go. If you have an idea for a card or anything, Printful, you can go to Printful and see all of that great stuff. And then give us suggestions. All right. Well, that's going to do it for me today. I appreciate everybody tuning in on this wonderful Wednesday afternoon. We will be live again Friday, 5 p.m. Central, 6 p.m. Eastern, I guess, for an 11/11 Epic 6 update. If you haven't already got your bids in, do so. Remember, there's a Snapshot Friday. Get a free array piece at each pyramid level. Highest wax increase. Do not sleep on that. Get your bids in now. Also, if you have not submitted your art, that is coming up quickly. Those are due by Monday. So make sure that you get those in as well. And then if you want, I will also be on the UPX podcast tomorrow night, 8:15 Central on the UPX podcast streams. So be sure to check that out. Until next time, I appreciate everybody being here. Stay safe, be kind, take care. Cheers.